The last of the manifestos of the three major parties to be published was that of the Conservative Party. It was a lot smaller in size than the Labour Party manifesto, but then again the Conservative ambitions on spending were a lot smaller. We had already had notification of major spend in the September spending review, so this manifesto doesn't propose significant spending, not at least when compared to what's proposed by the Labour Party. So I'm going to have a look at the main tax changes proposed that are of direct or indirect relevance to the financial planning process and financial planners. So on personal taxes, no major changes, but there is a commitment through the so-called triple lock to have no increases to income tax, national insurance or VAT through the life of the Parliament should the Conservative Party form a government. There is to be a review of entrepreneurs' relief and its operation. There has been nothing stated in relation to inheritance tax, but one could expect the Conservative Party to pick up and look at the proposals of the Office of Tax Simplification. After all, the report was commissioned by the past Chancellor under a Conservative government. There's an ambition to increase the national insurance threshold to 12,500, but no date set for the achievement of that ambition, but a clear commitment to increase it to 9,500 for 2021. There is, on business tax, again ahead of the publications of the manifesto, we saw the Conservatives stating that the proposed, in fact legislated, reduction of the corporation tax rate from 19% to 17%, that would go, that wouldn't be implemented, and that would save, I think, around £6 billion. So they just said, look, we're not going to do that, and we can use that £6 billion to contribute towards our spending plans, and they made that announcement before the manifesto. They have committed that CDIS and EIS are pledged to continue for the next Parliament, so that's a good thing. And they've also reviewed, as the other main parties have, to review the gig economy and the rules surrounding that in relation to both contractual commitments and contractual responsibilities and rights, as well as taxation. On state pensions, as for the other parties, commitment to maintain the triple lock, and on pensions, private pensions, the main headline is to address the taper problems, the well-known taper problems in relation to doctors' pensions. In relation to tuition fees, of course, they're not as, I shouldn't say of course, but as a matter of fact, they're not as radical as the Labour outright abolition of tuition fees. They have committed to have a look at the interest rates payable on student loans. So substantially, a business as usual manifesto, which is perhaps not surprising given the positioning of the Conservative Party as the party to be trusted, the people with financial responsibility, etc., etc. So nothing as radical as the Labour Party, no suggested removal or reduction of ISA exemptions or allowances, no suggested reduction or removal of the dividend allowance, no increase to capital gains tax, no linking of capital gains to income tax, and no removal of pensions relief or change to pensions relief. Of course, that doesn't mean there won't be such a change in the future. So action to take ahead of the election in relation to Conservatives, if you think they're going to win, none, unless you think that it's worth doing anyway by doing something early because commercially it makes sense. We're moving towards the end of the tax year, so normal tax year end thinking should apply.